As report. NYC mourns as two coppers die in crash. Jamb releases cutoff says admission ends December 31st. 109 billion naira fraud. EFCC arraigns ex-AGF Idris today. We can also find stranded woman begs nursing mother for accommodation, steals baby. INEC records 334 pre-election court cases. Two more before we go to another paper. Lagos policemen assault, rob driver of 50,000 naira. And finally, Kuje miners, motorcyclists fault federal government's plant ban.
All right, moving on straight to the Nation newspaper this morning. Federal government considers fresh measures to end terrorism. ASU strike 560 billion naira. More needed to pay varsity teachers. Federal government to spend 6.72 trillion naira on subsidy next year, says Finance Minister. NLC to Ngige Mohammed, no going back on protests. And Otom Atiku has approached me to plead with Wike. All right, these are some from the Nation newspaper this morning.
Moving to the Daily Post, insecurity, Kaduna under siege of bandits, terrorists, Senator Sonny raises alarm. Kuje prison, reps move to investigate attack. Buhari consoles Gombe governor over sister's death. Enugu APC crisis, foundation members passes no confidence votes in Ugo Agbala. Akwa Ibom, regulate media ownership in Nigeria, commissioner urges National Assembly. And still on the Daily Post this morning, your position on national protest by NLC illegitimate, antisocial, Labour Union fires Lai Mohammed. Enugu state government congratulates Senator Adeleke. ASU strike, Buhari, others have no business in government. They are after money. And we also find we won't rush passage of water resources bill. This is coming from the Reps Committee chairman. Two more stories from the Daily Post and then we move to another paper. Ekiti election, Oyebanji evading service, Oni lawyers allege. And finally, we can find 2023 Kwara APC aspirant Ola Peters dies in his sleep.
All right, still from the Nation newspaper this morning. 200 criminal suspects arrested in 24 days. More here from the Nation newspaper. It says Nigeria others got $14 billion COVID-19 cash, says World Bank. NCAA withdraws Dana Air license. Okay, more here. Federal government takes 3,657 civil servants before ICPC over IPPIS. More here, Ekiti Indigen is 2022 UTME best candidate with 362 marks. Okay, here, two more before we leave here. We leave the Nation newspaper. US President Joe Biden contracts COVID-19. JAMB fixes 140 as cutoff mark for admissions into universities. Let's move on to the Daily Trust this morning. More from the Daily Trust. Bandits kill 5 policemen, 3 others in Katsina. And here, ICPC to prosecute civil servants. Okay, Kano offers 3 million naira scholarship to students with top score in JAMB. More here. Blasphemy, Kano cleric seeks transfer of suit to another judge.
And to the Vanguard, PDP presidential ticket rift. Once Wike is pacified, I'll be pacified. This is coming from Autumn. And you can also find focus on Tinubu, Shetima's competence. Akingbade tells Nigerians. And judge asks to rescue cell from 13 billion debt case. Ekiti poll, your stalling tribunal commencement. Oni tells Oyebanji. And finally on the Vanguard, and we go on our first commercial break. 2023 Osun poll shows Nigerians can no longer be taken for granted. We go on our first commercial break. Stay with us.
We need professional pictures of the birthday girl. Beautiful. Hey, smile for the camera. Hold on, I have an idea. Everyone, put on your phone torchlight. Here, take my Camon 19 Pro. It works great for portraits in low light.
Yo, these portraits are clear.
I told you, this is the Every Moment Portrait Master.
That's right. The new Tecno Camon 19 series, running on the latest Android OS with Google Apps, is your Every Moment Portrait Master. With its 64MP Bright Night triple portrait camera, the Camon 19 is designed to give you perfect natural tone portrait photos, whether in low light or daytime. Buy any of the Tecno Camon 19 smartphones to get an instant gift and enjoy up to 24 months device and 100 days broken screen warranty. Purchase your device with Easy Buy for a down payment as low as 30%. Hurry now! Visit the nearest authorized Tecno outlet to get yours today. Tecno, stop at nothing.
Hello Bayo, ojú ọ̀nà márosẹ̀ yẹn ni mo wà báyìí. Níbẹ̀ lọkọ̀ mi dẹnu kọlẹ̀ sí. Kódà mi ò ní.
Dákun, lówó pè tó láti tẹ̀síwájú pẹ̀lú pè yìí.
Rárá o, kò jẹ́jẹ́ bẹ́ẹ̀.
Kí ni ìdí?
Ìpè yìí ṣe pàtàkì gan ni.
Ó bá ti rìsáàjì ńgbà náà.
Bẹ́ẹ̀ni, ṣùgbọ́n mi ò sí níbi tí mo ti lè rìsáàjì báyìí.
Ó ṣe kúkú yáwó pè lẹ́ǹkan.
Yáwó ìpè kẹ̀ báwo?
Pẹ̀lú Glow Borrow Me Credit, o lè yáwó pè kó o sì san padà lẹ́yìn náà. Bẹ́ẹ̀ ló rọrùn. Ìwọ sá ti pè *321# kó o sì jẹ́ láṣẹ ibẹ̀.
Lóòótọ́, ó ti lọ wà jù.
Glow ń dúró ti ni nígbà tó jà jùlọ.
Báyọ̀, bí mo ṣe ń sọ lọ, ọkọ̀ mi dẹnu kọlẹ̀ níbi.
Sọ̀rọ̀ báyìí, sanwó lẹ́yìn náà pẹ̀lú Glow Borrow Me Credit.
Glow Unlimited.
Níbi àbáyédé yìí, ẹ̀dá ó mọ̀ nílé lórí kìí ṣohun gidi. Ẹ má ṣiyèméjì nípa Zenith Real Estate and Properties Limited. Níbi káralẹ̀ láìsí wàhálà ọmọ onílẹ̀. Gbogbo lẹ́wọ̀n ló gbòǹtẹ̀gbàṣẹ ìjọba. Ọ̀fẹ́ ni deed of agreement àti corner piece. Kings Park Estate ní Alábàtà ní 750,000. 500K. Lantalẹ̀ Rehoboth Park and Garden ní Elekuru. Sun City Estate ní Alábàtà ní 750,000. Àwọn estate mẹ́tẹ̀ẹ̀ta yìí ojú irin ìṣẹ́jú méjì sí márùn-ún sí Dryport àti Ọ̀yọ́ State Proposed Site GRA. Achievers Estate tó wà ní Ìdó Ológun Ẹrú 300,000 là ń tà á as official launch promo price 500,000 ní tí promo bá kásẹ̀ ńlẹ̀. Àǹfààní sọ díẹ̀díẹ̀ wà lọ́dọ̀ wa 30,000 naira sí 200,000 tẹ́sí máa san yòókù díẹ̀díẹ̀. Ọ́fíìsì Zenith Real Estate and Properties Limited wà ní ìdí fan bus stop opposite IITA Ọjọ́ Mọ́níyà Road Ìbàdàn 0814-0139-905 0902-247-1477 WhatsApp 0813-647-1209.
Ẹ̀yin èèyàn mi, my name na Segun and I be village man. All of una wey like to blame us village people because una business no dey do well. Shey una think say we no get our own nation ni? Abeg, we village people no get your time o. Check yourself first.
Village people are the reason your business isn't growing. Introducing MoneyPoint, a business bank that helps you realize your business dreams with easy access to quick loans, ease of payment collections, and general business management tools. Visit www.moneypoint.com and let's help you power your business dreams. MoneyPoint, powering dreams.
This chili makes sense, so we supposed to link up again.
I swear.
Wait, how we won't come out here we not snap picture? You say Sam now. You don't enter your eye.
Let me see.
Wetin be this?
No, nah. Abeg, use my Tecno Spark 9.
Hey, check am. This picture now confirm.
No, it's not picture.
Yes,
oh, yeah. Spark up your selfie game with our new Tecno Spark 9. We get 32MP HD selfie camera, 5000 mAh battery, 6.58 inches full HD plus screen, 128 plus 4GB memory storage. And if you buy any of our Tecno Spark 9 smartphones, you go get sharp gift and you go enjoy 13 months device and 180-day warranty if your screen. If you drop small 22,999 naira payment, no more abeg make I use your phone snap. Waka go enough with Tecno showroom. Make you arrange your own now. Tecno, stop at nothing.
This is the paper review on Breakdown Newspaper Review on 32 FM 94.9, the station where joy resides. We have Austin Idumo in the studio this morning to make some sense from these headlines. Austin, good morning.
Good morning, Chike. And Denike, good morning.
Good morning.
Okay.
Okay, so starting from the Punch this morning, the major story says 6.7 billion fuel subsidy. Revenue falls by 1.89 trillion. Nigerians face tougher times. And experts are warning that we should not using revenue to service subsidy debts is very dangerous. And there seems to be a lot of calamity waiting to happen.
Yes, a very big one that will further drive Nigerians into abject or what we call extreme poverty. It's quite unfortunate that under this administration, it has been a series of hard times for Nigerians as far as policy, especially financial policy of the government is concerned. If you look at the implication of that, not only the fact that experts are calling that we shouldn't use our revenue to service debt, we have even exceeded our revenue bottom line in debt servicing, and we are, by implication, borrowing to service debt. Not as if we are paying off these debts, because if you look at the Punch, you also discover that for a period of 4 months, January to April this year, the federal government ran into deficits of over 300 billion, which means that the retainable revenue accruable to the federal government is spent in excess of over 300 billion to service debt alone. Whereas for the period, what we are talking about is that the money accruable to the federal government, 1.6 trillion. The federal government now spend 1.9 trillion in servicing debt between January and April 2022. And within the same period, only 700 billion was released as capital. I hope you understand what capital vote is, that will go to infrastructure. So it's like a time bomb waiting to explode. Because if, as a country, we spend around 90% of our entire revenue to service debt, and the portion of distributable revenue accruable to the federal government, we are now spending in excess over 300 billion. It means that something fundamentally is wrong somewhere. So it's not as if we are offsetting our debt. We are servicing our debt to the tune of 1.9 trillion. Then the federal government is also saying that they've paid over 1.9 trillion again for subsidy for the period under review for 2022. It was initially budgeted that the government would spend about 4 trillion. That was the approval gotten from the National Assembly. The Minister of Finance and those managing the economy for this government, they are coming out to say no, subsidy might be more than that. Then now they are projecting that subsidy for 2023 might even jump up to over 6 trillion naira. So where do we go from here? Don't also forget the way subsidy financing is jumping up geometrically. That is also the way prices per pump price is also going up. Now, averagely, PMS is sold at pump price at 180 naira per litre. Nobody has been able to come out justifiably to explain the reason why there is that increment. Somebody 2 days ago was asking me that, have we now deregulated? Have we now removed subsidy? I said we have not removed subsidy. The price increment by pump price is just occasioned by the global energy crisis, period. So which means that, like the headline suggests, we are in for a bigger trouble under this administration. I hope the administration will not suffocate life out of Nigerians in the remaining part of this administration. So I don't know the magic that the government will perform. You look at what the Minister of Finance, she says something that need to be taken. I'm looking for a way to see if I can be able to quote her. He said it's an emergency situation. an urgent situation that need to be attended to urgently. You know, before now, government officials anything wrong in borrowing. When see, globally, there are two things that kill a country. You kill a country by the sword, and you kill a country by debt, accumulation of debt. So, like they used to say in the local parlance, something must kill a man. I think what President Muhammadu Buhari administration want to use to kill the Nigerian citizen is debt. Because when you have constant appetite for borrowing without commensurate revenue, we have said it times without number, it is no longer sustainable. Because what the government should look at is what? Revenue. Now we are talking about fiscal performance, and the minister herself is coming out to own up that we are in a dire strait economically in the country. You know, if this is coming from the opposition, the government will say no, it is not true. Now the Minister for Finance has painted an ugly picture that this is an emergency situation that needs urgent attention. Who now provide the leadership? Because when you talk about fiscal performance, you can't take away fiscal performance from fiscal discipline. Mm-hmm. You can't take it away, which means that we are borrowed. In this same news of this morning, the FCT told us that they will need about 30 billion naira to refurbish the National Assembly complex. What is the economic value of the National Assembly complex? So these are the issues. We have failed over the years to prioritize our spendings. We spend on anything. We spend on frivolities. And at the end of the day, we are servicing consumption. It's quite sad.
Austin, you've touched two headlines. You've used one stone to kill two birds. From ASU strike, they say 560 billion naira more needed to pay varsity teachers. That's coming from ASU. However, the Minister of Finance is saying Nigeria is broke as debt payment exceeds revenue. Any end in sight?
We are not paying up our debt too. We are servicing it, what they call interest. You understand? Interest on loan. You collect loan to pay interest on another loan.
On another loan. Rob Peter to people.
You understand?
Okay.
So at the end of the day, you impoverish your people. ASU is asking for over $500 billion to sort out all the issues within the university sector. My point of view is this: let them go back to the negotiation table. Except we want to deceive ourselves, I don't think the federal government can afford that amount at a glance. What can be done is, let us pay in phases. Look at all the issues. Then this issue that we are talking about, over $500 billion that we are talking about now, is it just for payment of entitlements, increment in their salaries, their allowances, and academic allowances, or does it include the revitalization of the university sector in terms of critical infrastructure? Because if this is going for salary and entitlement alone, it means that it's going for consumption.
Yes.
That is what it means. And invariably you continue to juxtapose. This is not the only sector in the country. So there must be a way out of this situation by coming together again, negotiating. Because under Goodluck Jonathan administration, the revitalization project at that time was 1.1 trillion. And Goodluck Jonathan agreed to be paying 200 billion per annum. I think he released the first tranche, and that was the end. So if we talk about their payment, better condition of service is a welcome development. But we also have to talk about infrastructure to make our graduates employable, to also make research and development a thing that can be pursued. Yes, in the university. Yes. Not just about entitlement. Somebody was saying yesterday and said, minimum wage should be 100,000. I said that is where we get it wrong. It is not about minimum wage. It is about standard of living. Sometimes ago we were crying for 30,000. Today a bag of rice is over 30,000.
We're looking at the living wage.
Yeah, the living wage and the value of money is what money can buy. We are talking about purchasing power of the people. It is not the amount of money you have in your pocket, but it is the value of that money in terms of the prices of goods and services in the market. So let the government consider it critically. I said earlier, I don't think the federal government can afford that amount for now. And let there be a clear description of that amount. Is it just for payment of salaries, increment in salary, entitlement, allowances, and what have you? Or does it include revitalization fund?
Austin, obviously, it's a backlog. If you remember, this thing, ASU is asking for a negotiation that took place in 2009. And if the monies will be released, it will be for arrears. You know, so R&D, that's research and development, seem to be elusive.
We'll suffer. And we'll go back to square one until
and then we renegotiate again.
Until and unless, CHIKE, we get to a level where our labor union, ASU, and all other affiliates in the country do not always go on strike on the issue of salaries.
Is it inevitable?
See, it shouldn't be.
Yeah, but it inevitable?
It's inevitable, but that is where we are getting it wrong. By the time the federal government sort out the issue of ASU, another union somewhere will rise up.
Doesn't it
in another sector?
Doesn't it protect?
But let's fight for the soul of the economy.
Doesn't it protect the priority of government?
See, apart from the priority of government, it also protects the area of selfishness on the part of our employment structure in the country. It is what of those who do not fall within the purview of the labor market in the country? Some people run private businesses. I hope you are aware. Some people are own. Because over time, what labor organizations have fought for in the country is just wage increment as it affects their member. They don't care whether the roads are bad.
Or even feel how the price has increased.
They don't care that the government cannot fix refinery. That is why it's taking NSC about 4 months to start saying
they seem not to care that the power grid has fallen to 3 megawatts.
We will go on solidarity strike with ASU after 4 months. And the federal government is saying that, oh, you don't have the right. But NS is still saying, we. And the Yoruba people used to say, if you use 20 years to rehearse madness, when will you get into the market?
They need to talk and
do. That is the issue. Because we fight on things that affect us alone, not the larger populace. So we must get to a level where the NSC or any labor union will hold government accountable. Demand for good governance. Tell the government you need to fix the power sector. Do you know what happened this week? The 6th time that the national grid collapsed.
6th?
From over
18th time.
From over 3,000 megawatts
to 3.
To first of all to 50.
Okay.
Nationally. Then the further dropped. CHIKE,
there are many issues we'll raise here, but they are just points. The events that happened between Monday and today, the drop in the collapse of the power grid, the increase in the official increase in fuel price, pump price, from 165 to 179, 180. Then we have the dollar rising from 620 to 630, and as of yesterday, 645. Many issues. We'll still look at that, but after this headline.
Okay, so I just wanted to link what you said to about speaking on education. Yesterday, the Minister of Education, the Registrar of JAMB, they were able to peg the minimum cutoff mark for universities at 140. But before they arrived at this, there were some arguments that it should be at 120, and then they had to oppose it so that it could be at 140. Then for colleges of education and polytechnics, it is now at 100. Now, aside from a failed systemic organization pattern, do we say the students of nowadays need more cushioning and intellectual pampering? Because in my time it was 200, but now is this problem solely on a failed system?
It's majorly on the failed system, whereby all of this cutoff mark reducing the standard of education. You struggle for it and you get it. You understand? You know, those days it is brilliant people that goes to school. Once you go to school, you are sure, you understand, you are definitely a brilliant person. And some who do not even have the opportunity to go to school, they may not be able to do some of the things that those who went to school would do. But the calculus is in their memory. Go to our mothers in the markets. You understand the point I'm making? But today, the standard of education have been rubbished. In such a, look at this cutoff mark now. Who has this help in recent time? How many people still gain admission? You go to the University of Ibadan, you say you want to enter the school with 200 cutoff mark. You know, these are just paperwork. Let us address the bottom line, which is the root cause. What are we doing? What is the value of education in Nigeria today? With this cutoff mark, even though it is 100, the university and all tertiary institutions in Nigeria will not be able to admit up to half of the people who wrote this exam. True or false? True. That has been the issue. Backlog. Year in, year out. Then, what is the brain behind the validity of JAMB for just 1 year? That's another issue. So, there are a whole lot of issues. JAMB is doing fantastically well. This problem is not a JAMB issue.
It's an agency that needs to generate income. So, the validity for 1 year could be justifiable.
See, Chike, it's an agency that needs to generate income.
For government.
We only could say that now because of Professor Ishaq Oloyede. You know the way JAMB money has always gone before now. There's one thing to be generating, there's another thing to also be remitting. So how do we also get to a level on the part of JAMB now where obtaining a form would be really affordable, especially for the common man? It is not about revenue driving law. We are talking about the future of education. How many people would this cutoff mark get into our university system? That is the whole lot of the story I've been telling.
Austin, talking about the cutoff mark, don't you think it was born out of helping educationally disadvantaged regions in the country?
That's the issue. These educationally disadvantaged, they are the most politically sophisticated. They will tell us that without me, you cannot become anything in this country. And yet, we want to help some people, we want to pamper some people at the detriment of all others. Yet, some people will talk about merit. You understand? Without conducting any special examination for anybody, they say somebody emerge a candidate, and that person has the whole lot of merit in this world. And you want to, through the back door, trying to help some people who cannot skate through on their own. I tell you, Chike, go and put it down. This is on record. A lot of student admission seekers from the southern part of the country will not be able to gain admission. You know, you put this into my mouth.
I didn't. I just asked a question.
I was trying to maneuver it. So that is the way we have always been. Shebi, we are talking about JAMB now. Yeah. Look at the federal colleges of education.
And Unity schools.
Unity school. We have a state in Nigeria that the cutoff mark is just 2. And we have another state.
Austin,
we have another state that
be able to prove this.
Chike, the records are there.
Okay.
We have another state that the cutoff mark is 78 in this same country. They used to say that this life not balanced.
Okay, Austin, please hold that thought. We have to go on another commercial break. Stay tuned.
We need professional pictures of the birthday girl. Beautiful. Hey, smile for the camera. Hold on, I have an idea. Everyone, put on your phone torchlight. Here, take my Camon 19 Pro. It works great for portraits in low light.
Yo, these portraits are clear.
I told you, this is the Every Moment Portrait Master.
That's right, the new Tecno Camon 19 series, running on the latest Android OS with Google Apps, is your every moment portrait master. With its 64MP bright night triple portrait camera, the Camon 19 is designed to give you perfect natural tone portrait photos, whether in low light or daytime. Buy any of the Tecno Camon 19 smartphones to get an instant gift and enjoy up to 24 months device and 100 days broken screen warranty. Purchase your device with Easy Buy for a down payment as low as 30%. Hurry now. Visit the nearest authorized Techno outlet to get yours today. Techno, stop at nothing.
The wait is over. The heat is on. Time to rise up. Can you keep up? It's a game of fame, love, deceit, and betrayal. Plus cameras 24/7. You either go home or win.
Africa's biggest show, Big Brother Naija, is back for a new season, and this year it's on a whole new level. Follow 24/7 drama live from the launch weekend on the 23rd and 24th of July at 7 p.m. on DSTV channel 198 and Africa Magic. Headline sponsor, Pocket by PiggyVest, and associate sponsor, Flutterwave. Big Brother Naija is rated 18.
Hey, Glo fún mi ní káàdì pé ológun ẹgbẹ̀rún náírà 20,000 lọ́fẹ̀ẹ́. Ṣáà ti so nọ́mbà ìdánimọ̀ rẹ NIN pọ̀ mọ́ òpó ìpè Glo rẹ nípa títẹ *109#. Ó simple gan ni. Bónọ́ọ̀sì yìí tó káàdì pé ológun ẹgbẹ̀rún náírà 20,000. Ó sì wà fún àwọn oníbàárà tuntun àti àwọn oníbàárà wa tẹ́lẹ̀tẹ́lẹ̀.
Glo Unlimited.
Orita Baptist Nursery and Primary School was founded in September 1970. Orita Baptist Nursery and Primary School is a unique basic school known for outstanding excellence performance, admission into Kindergarten 1 and entrance or transfer into Kindergarten 2 to Primary 5, and now available for sale at Orita Baptist Nursery and Primary School's admin office at 5,000 Naira. The examination venue is at Orita Baptist Model School, Total Garden, Ibadan. The examination date and time is on Saturday, August 6th, 2022 at 8 a.m. Orita Baptist Schools, excellence through integrity.
Gbogbo ẹni tọ́dún bá bá láyé ọlọ́dún ni gbogbo wọn. Ìdí nìyí tílé ìtajà Living Proof Bakery and Supermarket fi gbé àrà ọ̀tun yọ lásìkò oṣù Ramadan yìí. Gbogbo ẹ̀yin oníbàárà wa pátápátá ìfà tí kì í fani lápòyà rèé tẹ́ ẹ bá ti ra èyíkéyìí àwọn ọjà nílé ìtajà wa Living Proof Bakery and Supermarket tí owó rẹ̀ sì tó ẹgbẹ̀rún 10,000 náírà 10,000 naira upward. Ẹ láǹfààní sáwọn àgbọ̀kọ̀ ẹ̀bùn lóníranran bẹ́ẹ̀ gẹ́gẹ́ lẹ́dínwó ń bẹ lórí àwọn ọjà wa gbogbo. Pẹ̀lú ẹ̀dínwó lọ́pọ̀ yanturu bí oúnjẹ jíjẹ, ọtí ẹlẹ́rìndòdò, ìpara, toiletries, sardine bread àti bẹ́ẹ̀ bẹ́ẹ̀ lọ láwọn ilé ìtajà wa tí ń bẹ káàkiri ní Fẹ́lẹ́lẹ̀, Old Pinnacle, Ìbàdàn, Lẹ́lẹ́yẹlé, Ológun Ẹ̀rú Road, ládojúkọ Mania Fueling Station, Ìbàdàn. Àti ní Gastap Filling Station, Ọ̀jọ́ tó wọ́n tinú ọgbà Lead City University. Bẹ́ẹ̀ àti èyí tó wà ní LP Plaza, Láyégún Ọ̀lẹ́yọ̀ Road, Ìbàdàn. Fún àlàyé lẹ́kùnrẹ́rẹ́ ẹ lè pè wá sórí 0803 545 7120 tàbí 0815 466 4418.
9.
Welcome back from that break. Remember, we are live on YouTube where you can drop your comments this morning. The phone lines are open 0705 500949 and 0809 7,949.
We have our first call this morning. Hello. Hello, good morning.
I'm John Njoko. Thank you, Austin. I've heard you. And I want to be brutally frank this morning. Let me tell you that in 2019, when Major General Muhammad Buhari was declared the winner for second time, I told Nigeria at that time, I said, and some people accused the Southeast of not voting for him. Have they been indicated yes or no? This is the worst regime in all ramification I've ever witnessed in the history of this nation. National grid has collapsed more than 140 times since 2015. The economy is equally rumbling. If Nigerians are ready for the two simplest booking about how our lives have been badly run, these 7 years we need a change of leadership. Let us collectively forget Christian or Muslim tickets or Muslim tickets and go for the best Nigeria deserves team. John Njoko is my name. Thank you.
All right, thank you, John Njoko. John Njoko is lamenting this morning. He's not happy. 0705 500949 and 0809 700949.
Hello, good morning.
Hello, Chike.
Hello, good morning.
DENIKE also, Chike, good morning. This is Sheldon from here. We have just started about education. I listened to JAM register yesterday. He said 140 for university. But any university can pick any cut-off mark they want. I know some universities in the north, even in Southwest, that will pick 200. That's number one. Number two, ASU, the 500 billion is for ASU allowance alone. What other union in the university? ASU is just only zone on salary. We are talking about 140. Go and check the primary school, secondary school. They are nothing to run home about. ASU signed an agreement with Jonathan in 2009. The economy was there. It was okay. $100 per barrel. We pay only 200 billion. Where is the money? Jonathan did not pay any contractor from 2011 to 2015. Go and check the record. Where is the money? I'm not, this government is bad. They did not do it. But why is the money in Jonathan's side? Have a nice time.
All right, thank you for calling. On YouTube, Okediran Babatunde says debt servicing is alarming because our income is not even enough to service debts. This is due to mismanagement under this government. The finance ministry itself is not helping matters because massive looting is going on there.
Hello, good morning.
Hello, good morning.
Kindly turn down the volume on your radio. All right.
Now, my name is Chris Ogboli from Luguero.
Right.
What surprised me most is that every day we come to discuss federal government without even talking about state government. Our state government no longer available. And the government no longer there. We talk about education. It's really federal government alone. Let's all talk the one that is closer to us too. Instead of every day we come to lament about federal government. We are not even suggesting. That's my worry. Thank you.
All right, thank you for calling. Suleiman Sharif, all these trillions being used to service petrol subsidy yearly, why not use them to fix the refineries and then totally deregulate the petroleum sector? I'm not surprised that's the kind of results obtainable whenever a clueless... Okay, I'll stop there. Hello, good morning.
Hello, good morning.
Good morning.
Okay, Zonodian from Ibadan. With the new cut-off mark for UTME, I think we are not ready to get it right in Nigeria. How do you slate less than 200 as cut-off mark for universities? This is where those foreign universities will always make it compulsory for some of us to write IELTS or TOEFL when we are seeking admission over them. You could imagine, I am a graduate of linguistics, first degree, second degree, and I'm going for another study. This professor will now expect me to still write IELTS, whereas I was schooled with English language from my primary school to university level. Now, with this cut-off mark, how do you think we'll get it right? It seems the federal government finally want to destroy the education system in Nigeria. And as to members, the only thing they are seeking is increments in salary. Nothing among these they apply will benefit Nigerians today. Where do you think we'll go from where? May God help us.
All right, thank
Amen.
you. Okay,
Thank you so much.
Austin, bread is expensive. Fuel is expensive. Even the dollar is expensive.
Yes, they are driving the...
Are you expensive?
They are driving the common man to the wall. And anything can happen. Worst case scenario is yet to happen because when people can no longer feed and their income has reduced drastically as a result of inflation, anything can happen. Somebody talked about the fact that we hammer more on the federal government.
Hello? Okay.
Kindly turn down the volume on your radio when you call in. All right.
Yes, the federal government control the economic policy by way of bringing up these policies and programs. And if there are news that affect your state directly, we also dwell on them. But these are news from the covers of the federal government, things that were said by officials of the federal government. And let us also correct this impression. It is not as if all the revenue in the country, that is what...
Hello, good morning.
Okay.
Yeah, good morning.
Please turn down the volume on your radio.
Yeah, thank you very much. I really try to do this more analysis. The only thing I want to say is that
What's your name and where are you calling from? What's your
I
name?
hope the professor who told me that the only way you can build a system is to develop, is have human capital development. They say when there is human capital development, they will grow, being trained and be structures. He said that's the only way a country can develop. But if we leave human capital development, we need to build structures. He said they will grow and set the structures. They will not be able to maintain it. And when Nigeria, as a country, our federal government is playing with universities, universities are the center where the opposite people who work in the other sector, whether NEPA, power, oil sector, anywhere at all, the MAPUA will develop from university. That's where human capital will come out to manage other sectors in the country that will make us soar higher. But when the university system is getting down, it's getting neglected, automatically the system will be neglected.
All right.
Because there's no way you can give out what you don't have. The university environment is where you build people who come out there to develop other sectors. But here, they don't care, nobody cares. So there's no way you can play with the university system and you think that the country can move forward. It's not possible.
All right, thank you for calling.
All right, thank you. Real quick, Daniel Kerike says, you are all just lamenting about various Nigerian problems, but Mr. President is not aware. So where will the solution come from? We have to go.
Austin,
it's officially time to
yes,
go.
the debt service
10 seconds.
The debt service issue that we talked about is federal government share of the revenue. They are using it to service their own share of the national debt. So,
all right, we have to go now. However, before we go, some birthday shout outs to Abimbola Lamid, Sporting Crystal. Happy birthday to you. Happy birthday, Kayode Obishe song. Today is his birthday, and happy birthday. That's Adisa. That's David Adisa. These three guys, 32 FM, celebrating their birthdays today. Want to wish you long life and prosperity in good health and sound mind. I am CHIKE. OGBOGU. Good morning.
I am ADENIKE. ADEMUWAGUN. Have a good rest of the day.